Alright, we are live. Oh, yes everyone, Kaji in the house here, and welcome to the TokuCatSu podcast, where I talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Ultraman, and Tokusatsu in general. Yes, yeah. Alright, so today's podcast would be the first episode that I am doing. Okay, in a long time. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to check out my podcast live, they are currently not live on YouTube, but you can catch up the full stream live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/caturteer. I plan to move over to YouTube once my assets are more or less sorted out, but this is going to be the first episode that we have for this channel or this podcast. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about in this podcast is I'm going to be talking about what is TokuCatSu and where has TokuCatSu been. Alright, so on YouTube, TokuCatSu has pretty much been like an abandoned YouTube channel. At the most part of it, okay, yeah. So I'm now reviving the channel with a podcast format so that I actually have a lot lesser edits to work on. I have a lot lesser things to work on this channel, but also give me a space to actually talk and discuss more about, like, you know, my tokusatsu fandom. Yes, yeah. Okay. Tokusatsu fangirl here, yeah. Alright, so that is something that I am actually gonna be reviving this thing for. So a large reason why I haven't been live or been uploading anything on this channel so far is because I've been busy. Yes, I've been busy. I've not really found time to do it. I was actually trying to work on an episode, but the editing is taking up a bit too much time, and at that point of time I wasn't able to really get the resources all together, yeah, so I kinda like dropped the episode. Don't worry, I'll be discussing the same episode content in here. Okay. On this episode actually, yeah, so I sort of inserted it in. Alright, so yeah, that is, yeah, okay. Alright, so moving on to the next topic. Alright, what is tokusatsu? It's actually a question from Sponsorman. Yes, so Sponsorman is asking, what is tokusatsu? So tokusatsu is basically, like, you know, a special effects superhero show, or not always superheroes, because you got like Godzilla, who isn't exactly a superhero. Okay, yeah. So yeah, well, it's basically Japanese super effects show, and yeah, it's mostly done with suits, or at least it started with a lot of suits, like rubber suits, the kaiju suits, Godzilla, and then we go on to armor suits like Kamen Rider and all. So yeah, alright. So that is basically what tokusatsu is. It generally started because they didn't have the effects to do a full out CGI, or, like, you know, full level of, like, you know, stop motion animation, claymation kind of animation in Japan during that point of time, because you know, back then Japan just ended the World War World War II, and yeah, this is basically, you know, they're kind of like, okay, how can you go for a budget special effects show? Because we've got things like Star Wars, we've got things like all of this that, you know, Japan just couldn't do. So this was like in a way of them coming out a budget version instead of doing anime as well. Yeah, back then anime also takes up a lot of resources. Well, they didn't have, like, you know, digital work. Everything was all traditional work. So this is sort of a way of, like, finding an in-between, finding their own genre. Yes, yeah. Although these days I'll say that tokusatsu is, well, we refer to tokusatsu as, like, you know, special effects show. It has also evolved into different things, such as it has evolved into animes, it has evolved into manga as well, yeah. So we have seen things such as the Futo Tante anime that has just launched recently, and yeah, just things like this that tie on to the tokusatsu franchise. Are not exactly tokusatsu live action, but yeah, we've got things like this and on, yeah. Yep. Okay, so from JoJo, do Western productions such as Power Rangers count as tokusatsu? Technically, it does count as tokusatsu. The other thing is, for Power Rangers, I'll say that it started off by taking tokusatsu Super Sentai footages and actually ran with it. I won't be talking so much about Power Rangers on this episode, though I have my thoughts on Power Rangers. Yes, yeah. And they have also done like a lot of their own toku series, especially in Indonesia, which I haven't done like preparation work to talk about on this episode. But yeah, do they count it tokusatsu? Technically, yes. It's technically yes. Okay, but doesn't have a lot to talk about Power Rangers actually. Yes, yeah, because a lot of things that happen in Power Rangers. Yeah. Alright, so if you want to hear more about what I'm going to talk about the current tokusatsu, probably about last year's stuff, like the Power Rangers 30th anniversary and all, yeah, I'll be talking more about them in future episodes, so just stay tuned. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on stuff, and yeah. Alright, so that should wrap it up on this topic, so thank you so much, and let's go on. Okay, so getting into the meat of the podcast. So this is gonna be a bit long, alright. But Kamen Rider Gotchard. Alright, the start of Gotchard till what it is right now. My thoughts on Kamen Rider Gotchard. Alright, okay, so let's just start right from the start. We'll talk about the suit designs. We'll talk about the characters and all. Alright, so the suit designs for Kamen Rider Gotchard. I didn't really dig the Gotchard design. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Gotchard design is so cool. I like the shiny. Yeah. Honestly, I am... Okay, it might be the... Actually, it is totally the color scheme for Gotchard that didn't really hit me. Yes, yeah. I don't know, it just felt a bit meh, and I was kind of taken... I know people say, oh, the armor is so shiny, so nice. I kind of didn't like the shiny armor. Like, the shiny armor felt like a cheap gimmick. I mean, okay, it's shiny, but it doesn't like accentuate the details. It doesn't create like any interesting details from, being shiny. And that's something that I didn't really enjoy about the Gotchard suit. Okay, I felt it kind of got better through the series, because I think they switched into action suit, and the action suit was not as shiny as the showcase suit, so as a plus, I guess. Okay, so if we're talking about the different Gotchard forms, alright, I think the different Gotchard forms so far have been amazing. Yes, yeah, I actually enjoy most of the Gotchard forms. As much as I'm gonna complain, there's probably like too many forms, but I'll say that the forms and the design of it overall has been pretty nice. In fact, I know this is kind of weird, but I think my favorite form is the UFO form. Yes, yeah. UFO X Gotchard form or X Gotchard UFO form. I do not know how I'm gonna like put it in, but yeah, so far the UFO form has been my favorite form. I kind of like the see-through. I kind of like having that shield in front of face and all. So that's definitely currently my favorite form. Gotchard, and yeah, so that's something that I really enjoy. Okay. Gotchard. Sorry for hitting my mic. Alright, Gotchard characters. Honestly, I find Gotchard characters to be not too bad. Yeah, you heard me right. It's not too bad. Okay, but it's also the same thing I'll say about like Kamen Rider Saber and Kamen Rider Ghost, where they actually do have really strong and colorful characters, except for the main character. Altaro is one of the most annoying main characters I've seen. It's like they cranked up Toma to like, Toma from Kamen Rider Saber to a level where it's like insufferable. I really don't like him as a main character. Feels like a side character trying to be the main character. It really gives me that thought about things when it comes to Hotaro and Kamara Gotchat. She does make the series a bit painful to watch. I'm not gonna deny it. Mm. And it became worse as the series go. Like, there were some outlying episodes that I kind of like in the first half of the series, like the wrestling episode. Yes, yeah, the wrestling episode was really good. I really enjoyed how they put together like a short story where, hey, there's character built in the what's that, the camis? Yes, yeah. The camis are basically the cards, the creatures in that series. I'll go to the camis later on. Okay. So I really enjoyed that episode, yeah, but there were a lot of episodes where the camis just felt like you know, what was the term again? Yeah, it felt like I was just there to keep the story moving. Yes, there's also a term for it, like a special item, the prop to keep the story moving. I'm sorry, my literature words just vanished. Yes, so yeah, I felt like the camis were just there to be sold as toys. Alright. I mean, yes, Kamen Rider is a whole huge advertisement to sell kids' toys. Not gonna deny that. Yes, nobody can deny that. Alright, but it's been rather disappointing to see that the toys is not something I would want to buy because I don't have any deep connections with any of the cards. I don't have any deep connections with any of the characters so far. Okay, so maybe one, but I'll talk about that later. Alright, so it's actually quite disappointing. I know that yes, there's a lot of adults buying the toys that are like selling things to adults as well, yeah. And seriously, there is a point when, you know, you can like, this show doesn't really care about story, doesn't really care about building up the characters. I mean, I have watched like a lot of kids show. Okay, I watched a lot of kids show, Pokemon, Precure, around and all that takes things more lightly. Okay, like, well, I mean lightly is like, you know, not Camera Geeks level of dark. They are going for a more lighter tone on things, and you know, there are ways to have interesting stories, interesting characters, interesting individually contained stories, yeah. Like how Kamen Rider Den-O, Kamen Rider Decade used to do it, yeah, where it's like every single small little story arc is about 1 to 2 episodes. I don't mind that. Yeah, you don't have to like make one continuous long convoluted story to make an interesting show, yeah. And I feel like Gotcha actually fails in this department because a lot of his characters just don't hold up to how the story writing is. Every character seems to be inserted as a form of convenience. Every character seems to be inserted as a form of you know, oh, the character is behaving like this because I need the character to behave like this for the story to happen. So that's the kind of thing I'm getting with Gotcha. Alright, fight scenes have been mostly good. Okay, fight scenes has been mostly good, but still, I wouldn't really say it's the, you know, cream of the crop. Okay, it's something that I still think is lacking a lot. For a lot of the fight scenes, it feels very rushed. It feels like I just need to show off this new form, get lost. Yeah, after that to the form. I don't mind forms appearing for just one episode. I know a lot of people say, hey, you know, they're trying to sell a lot of different forms. I don't mind some forms appearing for one episode, but not every form should be treated that way. Yes, so that's kind of one thing, yeah. Is there a turning point in Gotcha where I start enjoying the story? Yes. When Daybreak Gotcha appeared, I think that was like the peak of Gotcha so far. Yes, yeah. And you know, Daybreak Gotcha coming in, I really okay. Maybe because Daybreak Gotcha is orange, I really love Daybreak Gotcha. bias, okay? I really love, I know it's literally like gotcha orange color with a fire cape, but I think the design for Daybreak Gotcha just sticks out so much better and so much more to me. Yes, that's something that I personally feel that really I really enjoyed with Daybreak Gotcha. Yes, yeah. One thing I really enjoy with Daybreak Gotcha is Daybreak Gotcha also has a very strong you know, catchphrase. I know it's not much to say, like, you know, you have two choices, okay? Either you do this or do that. You have two choices. Either this or do that. That was something they kept on saying, and I kind of like it when, you know, characters have like let's have this catchphrase to them. It's like I kind of like Kuragane's banner having that, you know, oh, that's not a funny joke. You know the warai joke janai, warai joke da, or something like that. This joke is not laughable, the sort of thing. You know, I like that thing where they have that kind of unique catchphrase to them. Yeah. Something that Gotcha seems to be lacking. I know Gotcha goes like Gotchado! Yes, yeah, those my Gotchado. It just makes him annoying. It doesn't make him cool. It doesn't give him character. Yeah. And that goes to move on to the overall of how I feel Gotcha is right now. As a painful first half of the season to watch. Yeah. Okay. If I'm gonna bring in any reference to how I think it is, I don't know how many of y'all have watched the Miss Marvel Disney Plus series. I know a lot of people say Miss Marvel is crap. Disney Plus series is crap. Yeah. I agree for most part of it. But I absolutely enjoyed Miss Marvel. But the first 1-2 episodes of Miss Marvel was just so painful to get through. Yeah. I'm hoping that's the case where Gotcha is painful in the first half of the season. 20 plus episodes. It's painful. I love 20 plus episodes already. Yes. Of painful episodes, and yeah. Yeah, 20 plus episodes of painful things. It's really painful. Again, yeah, and yeah, I kinda don't really enjoy having it being painful for so long. Yes, yeah. I'm just hoping that it picks up like in Miss Marvel. I really enjoy the second part, the later bit of Miss Marvel, yeah, but I hope I enjoy the later bit of Gotcha. I'm really kinda like bummed out that Daybreak Gotcha is kinda like removed from the show for the time being. I'm definitely looking forward to Kamen Rider Legend coming back in to Gotcha, yeah. And just something I suspect, the new upgrade for Gotcha, I suspect he's gonna get it from Legend. The Train Axles, Train 10 or 10 Train, that 10 liner, yeah, it's called the 10 liner upgrade. I think it's gonna get it from Kamen Rider Legend. I said it here. Okay, just my speculations. Okay, yeah. It just feels that, you know, Kamen Rider Legend is like homage to Kamen Rider Decado. 10 years of Heisei back then, yeah. So having a 10 liner, I suspect it's gonna be a Decade Legend thing. Yes. Yeah, just my thoughts on things. Okay. Oh, that's pretty much what I'm gonna say about Gotcha. Yeah. I will probably start going into like, you know, weekly episode discussions with Gotcha probably next week onwards, or a couple of weeks I'll talk about Gotcha. Because I mean, I'm now starting in the middle point of the middle of nowhere, so it's kind of hard to do the weekly episodes out of the blue. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, Kamen Rider Reiwa series so far. We've got 01, we've got Saber, we've got Revise, we've got Geats, we've got Gotchado. We are like, how many series in? 01, Saber, Revise, Geats Gochard. Alright, Gochard is number 5. Yes, all on the 5th Reiwa rider. Right? I didn't miss out anyone, right? Okay, yeah. So what I think about the Reiwa series so far. Okay, I'll tell you that the Reiwa series is so far pretty good. But it's also pretty bad. We've got one disappointment, Saber. Okay, but one thing I have to say is, no matter how bad the story is, no matter how bad the desperation of toy marketing is, let me just move to the at that. Okay, yeah. I think Reiwa has some of the best fight scenes I've seen. Yes, I kind of like enjoy that they are like, you know, breaking a. A lot of people say, you know, it kind of breaks, like, there's a lot of jump cuts, there's a lot of this, you know, but I'll say that, don't think about the film technicalities, you know, I think they're doing really good with the fight scenes. Toys have been, hit and miss for me, but then again, it's always been a hit and miss for me for really long, okay, yeah. The only series from the Reiwa series that really got to me in terms of the toys, yeah, will be Revice. I absolutely love the Vice stamp. I love the Revice driver. Okay, yeah. And yeah, I mean the Desire driver and all is pretty nice and all, but I think the Revice driver is peak design for me. Alright, so totally no, you know, totally my backdrop has no bias. Okay, anyways, yeah. Alright, so the Reiwa series so far has been really enjoyable, really nice. How I want to say, however, I think it's just moving the new era of Kamen Rider. I would say that the new era of movement really felt there, and I think 01 kind of was hit really badly by the, you know, the bad flu, the sea flu, okay, yeah, that everyone talks about. I'm not sure if I mentioned about the sea flu these days. I'm gonna get, like, you know, demonetized on YouTube. I have no idea, so I'm just gonna avoid that. What? Alright, you know, 2019 thing that happened, yeah, that kind of like affected, I think it was 2020 where it really became a disaster. You know, that really affected 01. And it was kind of disappointing that 01 did go through a bit of issues, yes, yeah. But one thing I've been kind of getting a bit annoyed with the Reiwa series, yeah, is it has been a very strong push on bringing back the older characters, yeah. Okay, it have been you know, a very strong push in bringing back the bringing back all the legacy characters, yeah. With or without the original actors, they have been bringing back the suits, yeah. They've been pushing out the Legend series stuff very strongly, yeah. And I don't know, I feel like it'd be nice if Kamen Rider can take a step away from you know, being like a semi-anniversary series every season, yeah. Yeah. How do I put this way, yeah? I kind of like that when you're looking at Super Sentai, Ultraman, yeah. It kind of mentions, I mean, there are like anniversary stuff here and there, but for the most part, they managed to break off from having, like, you know, I'm always needing the old series to prop up the new series, yeah. I think it's extremely egregious, especially in the current Gotcha series, yeah. I mean, the cuts. Yeah, the cuts is a good way to bring back the old riders, yeah. Especially in the collectors, yeah. However, I don't think it's gonna be a very good and long term, I don't think it can keep on running on the juice of Legend Riders. Yes, yeah, you know. And of course, right now I found that they are like having a lot of things. Collecting Kamen Rider is painful. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna be straight out saying that collecting Kamen Rider in the Reiwa era is painful, yeah. everything is P Bandai. Everything is overpriced. Yes, yeah. Okay, I think things are getting more expensive, so kinda okay, I'm just gonna forgive that, yeah, but it was painful when I was collecting the revised series, yeah, because there are a lot of P Bandai stuff. Almost every single female rider has everything thrown on P Bandai. Even though there's an uptick in female riders, these series, yes, yeah, oh yeah, I'll talk about that. Female riders, I'll talk a bit more about that later on, yeah. But yeah, it's been really difficult collecting everything, yeah. So, that's something I'm kind of bummed out about in the Reiwa era, where things are kind of like difficult to really collect. Things are really difficult to really get into. As a collector, I think it's really shocking when you go like, okay, well, I like this, you know, like if you introduce someone to Kamen Rider and they go, oh, I like this series, where can I buy this? And then you tell them, oh, you can't buy it anymore, it was on P Bandai. Dun dun dun. Okay, yeah, and then yeah, it was just disappointing that everything is on P Bandai. I have my thoughts on P Bandai. I won't talk about them on this episode. I'll talk on them about on a different episode, yeah. Yeah, so I think P Bandai is probably painful for people in Japan, but I think it's absolutely even more painful for everybody outside of Japan, yeah. And Kamen Rider has been, personally speaking, I feel Kamen Rider has been making no effort to really push out their stuff overseas. Yes, yeah, which is really sad compared to a few other series I'm gonna talk about later. Okay, yeah, but yeah, generally I think Reiwa series has been really nice. There are problems here and there. I will talk about probably each of the series individually in some of the podcast episodes, yeah, so you can stay there for that. But that's just my general take on the Reiwa series right now. It's definitely just a rant, nothing too much. I don't think it's a very deep topic. Okay, female Kamen Riders. Yes, yeah. I have a YouTube script written for like I think back when it was Kamen Rider Revised. I had a script written for it. Yes, yeah. Okay, for female Kamen Riders, yeah. Okay, but apparently Hercules has talked about it recently, but yeah, shout out to Hercules, another some TokuTuber on YouTube, okay? And yeah, so let me now give my 5 cents worth of Kamen Rider, female Kamen Riders here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull out a bit from the script that I talked about last time. So female Kamen, I prepped that I didn't really talk about. Okay, anyways, yeah. Alright, so female Kamen Riders is something that I kinda really enjoy. Okay. Female riders have been a rarity since the very start. We've got like, you know, the one from Ryuki, I just can't remember her name. Camera Femme, yes, yeah, and then every day even back we got the also Tackle, yes, yeah, from Camera Stronger. Hey, similar to what Hercules bring up, how is Riderman a Kamen Rider and how is Tackle not a rider, yeah? I don't know. It's like, how is Kurogane's banner not a Kamen Rider and Gotcha a Kamen Rider when Kurogane's banner looks so much more cool? And he became a rider later on, yeah, but honestly, I don't really understand how they define what's a rider, what's not a rider anymore, yeah, so let's just not talk about that. Okay, so but Kamen Rider, female Kamen Riders, yeah, what do I think about female Kamen Riders, yeah? I actually enjoy the fact that they are pushing out a lot more female Kamen Riders these days. I'm actually enjoying the fact that there are a lot more you know, females being involved here, because I've always been like Kamen Rider female fans, okay, yeah. And there's always been like a lot of like, you know, fangirls for Kamen Rider. Of course, largely we are also drawn in by the hot guys. I'm not gonna like deny that part, yeah. It's always nice to see like a nice female Kamen Rider being done. However, I'm also kind of scared that they are doing a bit too much female Kamen Riders. inclusivity is always good. I've never denied it's a good thing. Yes, yeah. But I'm sorry bringing the probably the Western drama into here. I mean, not the Western show drama, Hollywood drama. Okay, yeah, but lately Marvel has been having a huge uptake in, like, you know, a lot of female Marvel characters. Yeah, okay, and you have a lot of painful female characters. Yeah, like Captain Marvel. I absolutely hate Captain Marvel. Yeah, I think Wanda has turned into disaster zone. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Marvel has been pushing a lot of the female characters, and you know, as a female, I like female characters. Okay, yeah. I think girls are hot as well, yeah. But at the same time, you know, I think there's like a too much female power leaking from it to the point that a story is not there anymore, yeah. Okay, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong, yeah. You know, I enjoyed the Barbie movie. Alright. I enjoy my older Marvel movies, but I think what is really lacking is, you know, I just try and slap. This is a female. Best character because female. You know, that's the kind of issue I have in the Western side of things, yeah. I wish they developed more characters properly, like they developed Kate Bishop. Or what's the other one? Miss Marvel. Okay, I think these are really well done characters, yeah. In my opinion, these are really well done characters, yeah. And yeah. Alright, now getting back to Kamen Rider. Now that I've talked about the Marvel side of things, yeah. On the Kamen Rider series, honestly, I've been kind of disappointed in 2 of the 5 main female riders. Yeah, okay. Well, not 5 main female riders. Yeah, technically 5 main female riders. If you call the second one the main. Okay, 18. Alright, so if you're looking about Kamen Riders, so far I think the female Kamen Riders, like in I just can't remember her name. The Cheetah Rider, yeah, in 01. And just the name just slipped my mind. These days I find that Kamen Rider names are no longer as iconic as it used to be. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's also another thing I think is kind of like lacking the way why they just take common words and just put it in, yeah. So anyway, the Cheetah Rider, I really cannot remember her name. Okay, she was okay at the start, but she felt like a very token character. She was just put in because we want to have a female rider, yeah. But she was not bad, okay. But she's clearly a supporting character, yeah. Clearly wasn't given much thought, but then again, like I said, I'm gonna give the entire 01 a slight on those kind of things because, you know, the C virus 2019 hit. Yes, yeah, so everyone's locked in their home, so I'm just gonna give that a pass, okay? That really hit a huge damage to the production, yeah. Okay. Alright, moving on. Alright, let's go to Saber! Yes, yeah. Alright, you have a really awesome female character who became a female rider who then digressed into a Brocon. Yes, yeah. And always got Nissan. Honestly, this is exactly the kind of thing that I hate, yeah? Well, you know, you give like, oh, let's turn her into a female Kamen Rider so that we can sell it as she's a female Kamen Rider. I can't remember her name right now, but alright. No, that is exactly what I absolutely hate, yeah. That was exactly what I absolutely hate, yeah. Okay? And it comes to like, you know, we're just having a female Kamen Rider for the sake of having a female Kamen Rider, yeah. And again, maybe it's because it's Saber and every single character has a very nice introduction and they do absolutely nothing in the character and they kind of mess it up, yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about Saber another day. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so currently moving on to revise. Kamara Jin is one of the best female writers to date. Just my personal thought, okay? No bias. Kamara Jin is one of the best female Kamen Riders to date, I feel, yeah. Because Kamen Rider, I don't know, she is a character with strong personality. Okay, there is like, you know, a lot of build up with Aguilera as well, yeah. Okay, and it really feels like, you know, it gives the story from a very, very different perspective, yeah. Like, you know, when it comes to guys, yes, there's like emotional stuff with the guys and on, yeah. I know when it comes like between girls, sometimes there's just this other emotional side that we normally don't see, yeah. On film especially. Like, you know, it's not just about being the strongest, it's not just about being the one that can hit the hardest sometimes, yeah. I think girls just have a different strength in different things, yeah. The way they look at things, the way they connect, I think it's just so different from guys. I'm so sorry. And I think it does show like this very interesting divide between the female thoughts versus the male thoughts in revising. And I think that's something that really, really like stood out to me in the whole of revising. Like difference in family responsibilities, difference in like how they view the situation. Yeah, it's something I really, really, really enjoyed in revising. I think Revise did a really, really good job with that, yeah. Okay, and then we move on to Geats. Geats also had a really, really good female character, Kamara Nago. Okay, yeah. Of course there are other like, you know, was it Kamara Lupa or something like that, the fox, the wolf one, yeah. Okay, but she's side character, not important. Yeah, so you got like, you know, Kamara Nago. I think Nago is also a really, really great character. It kind of like dropped the ball on her halfway through, yeah, like, you know, after a certain point, Nago felt like she was cast up one side and she felt really part of the trio at the start. And then halfway through, they like cast her out, and then somehow they like, okay, we need to insert her in because we've got the fantasy buckle to sell, yeah. There was like this really, really huge black hole for Nago, where she was like absolutely not needed in the series. It could go to a point of like, you know, oh, she could disappear from the series for like 10 episodes and, you know, have a comeback episode, you know, like if her missing or her lack of presence really felt there in Geats, yeah. And okay, I mean, they did had to put a lot of focus on Buffa and Tycoon at the point in time, yeah, so I kind of like, I'll let that pass, okay, yeah, let's just say I'll let that pass, yeah. But I kind of like, you know, it also took a slightly different approach to like, you know, how they treat girls and how they treat guys in the series, yeah. I think there's just a very significant difference in how the characters are being treated, yeah. And yeah, Nago is an awesome character. I love Nago, yeah. Okay, moving on to the last female writer in the Reiwa series, yeah. So, last for now, yeah. We've got the Kamen Rider, what was it? Majade. Majade's design is absolutely beautiful. Majade's design is absolutely meowsome, yeah. Majade's introduction in the series felt absolutely disastrous, yeah. Okay, like Rin, the human for Kamara Majade, yeah, is, I really don't like her as a character, yeah. I've been introducing a lot of things from into you know, Gotchat. Majade just feels, it's nice to see a female secondary writer introduced like mid of the series. Technically she was introduced in the movie, but let's not talk about the movie since I haven't watched it, yeah. But Having introduced mid series as a female secondary rider, yeah. You know, they're like saying, oh, the first secondary female rider, blah 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 blah. Aside from her belt being extra unit that you need to buy off P Bandai, okay, yeah, let's not talk about the P Bandai issue of that, yeah. I find that she's kind of shoehorned in as well, yeah. You know, it's like, okay, I'm gonna like shoehorn her in just so that she can be like a selling point. It really feels like peak Marvel. Yeah, like, you know, when they say, oh, we're gonna have a very strong female character, Captain Marvel, being thrown into the whole series. Oh, Captain Marvel is so important, you need to watch it before I watch Endgame. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going back into the Marvel rant. Okay, yeah. Alright, but I feel like in the first secondary female rider, it's giving me that kind of feels. Okay, yeah, it's giving me that kind of I got a thought, and I think they did Kurogane Spanner very dirty, yeah. Very dirty, yeah. And like the entire thing in Kurogane Spanner and the first half of Gotcha is he's just somebody to be a, you know, a thorn in Hotaru's Gotcha's feet and just poke at him every now and then, yeah. He absolutely had nothing developed for like a good 20 plus episodes, yeah. Alright. And Kodo Rin just felt like this, you know, token side female character for most of it, yeah. Her dad's supposed to be a very important character, yeah. She's supposed to play a more important role, yeah. Okay, maybe it's not the role that she's playing, yeah, but Gotcha is just so poorly written. At the point that I feel that she's just a token character, yeah. Kamara's suit design is absolutely gorgeous, yeah. I love that high heels, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, don't have to say that, oh, she has high heels, so she's a female character, yeah. No, I absolutely love the high heels on her, okay, yeah. Like I said, I think what really makes it painful is she feels like a token character to begin with, yeah. And I think that's something I'll go more in depth when I talk about, you know, good characters, bad story later on, yeah. Not this episode, but yeah. Alright, so that was something that I think is, as such, I don't think she's a good female rider for now. For now, please, Toei, please change my mind. Please change my mind on this Toei, yeah. I hope to be able to, like, you know, say that I love Gotcha. Okay. So like I can't say that, yeah. Alright, so, yeah, it's kind of really sad that, okay, I'll say it wouldn't be sad, yeah. I'll say that, you know, generally female writers overall in the Kamara series have been pretty here and there. It's either really shit or really good right now, yeah. So I'm looking forward to see how they handle female writers. Yeah. We have a female first main writer. I don't think so. Maybe for a side series, yeah, but I don't foresee it being in the main series, yeah. Because unlike, you know, unlike Marvel, okay, I feel like, you know, Japan is still a bit more conservative, okay, yeah. And I don't think it's a bad thing as well, yeah. Because if you really want to watch, like, you know, really strong female action, go watch Precure. I watch Precure, okay? I watch Precure. I love Precure, yeah. I really love Precure, okay, yeah. Alright, but, you know, it's just that Precure is Precure. Kamara is Kamara. I don't think that, you know, it should have like a main series with a main female writer. I don't think that's gonna work out as well. Maybe I might be proven wrong, yeah. At the same time, I don't think we're gonna see that anytime soon, yeah. And I don't mind. Just have good, interesting female characters in between, yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine already, yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's it for my talk about the female writers. I hope y'all took away something from it, yeah. Let's start talking. Welcome back to the hello everybody, welcome back. We just took a short break earlier on, yeah. Okay, so welcome back, and yeah. King Ogres. Now let's go to the Super Sentai King Ogres, yeah. I'll talk more about the more recent Super Sentai on a different episode, probably, yeah. Alright! So, King Ojars! It's been an absolutely roller coaster with King Ojars. I think it's one of the best Super Sentai series here. I understand Super Sentai is also like another kids show, but once again, I think Super Sentai is doing this very, very, very tastefully here. Well, they are throwing out a lot of toys. Okay, yeah. And the toys don't feel, the voice here, or the toy products, characters here feel very integral to like the show itself, yeah. I think it's so well done. Okay. I may have shitted on the King Oja sword at the start, yeah. The Oja caliber, yeah. And as the series goes, I'm actually starting to, can I say I'm tempted to buy the memorial Oja caliber, yeah. Okay, I have something short swords, okay, yeah. Totally not short swords in pants, I mean. I have something against short swords, yeah, okay. But, I think the King Oja caliber is just really, really meowsome. And it really brings up, like, you know, sort of a grand emotion after you watch the whole King Oja series, yeah. And I think there's something that is really, really, amazing, okay, when it comes to King Ojas, yeah. King Ojas has a very, very colorful cast of characters, yeah. King Oja, alright, if you're gonna ask me how to describe King Oja characters, yeah, I think King Oja characters can be very easily compared to Kamen Rider Saber. Yes, yeah. They have a very, very colorful cast of characters, yeah. They have a very, very diverse and unique cast of characters, yeah. And every character is a very strong caricature of what they're trying to do, yeah. However, even though they are very strong caricature of what they are trying to portray, yeah, they also have a very good character growth throughout the series, yeah. They have character, you know, characters are being put into situations where they're forced to grow, they're forced to make decisions, are forced to, like, you know, show who they are, yeah. And I absolutely loved it, yeah. Okay, I know I'm like, you know, shitting for King Ojas at this point, yeah. I absolutely love how they've been handling the story of King Ojas, yeah. Okay, so to me, it's King Ojas has been one of the best series I have seen. Okay, yeah, for Sentai, hands down. Okay, and I think it's really, really nice to have Super Sentai take a very different approach every now and then, yeah. And honestly, I was worried about King Ojas at the start, yeah, because at the start they're like saying, oh, we're gonna use some new 3D technology, 3D filming technology and all, yeah, to get this show done, yeah. And honestly, I think it has been a visual spectacle. And again, I think overall, like even for Dawn Brothers, yeah, which I'll talk more about probably in another podcast, yeah. Alright, Dawn Brothers, I really enjoyed how Dawn Brothers has been. Okay, yeah, and I was actually worried at Dawn Brothers because when it's like showing all the CGI stuff, yeah, CGI members, yeah. I was really worried that Dawn Brothers would turn into a complete shit show, yeah. I was worried that CGI was spoiled, yeah. What Super Sentai has proven, okay, yeah, is you don't need the best CGI to tell the best stories. You don't need the best CGI to have the best, you know, cinematic experience, yeah. Okay, like a bad CGI or, you know, mediocre CGI can also be a very good strength of, like, you know, they can be a very good strength, like weak CGI can be a, you know, artistic decision, yeah. That kind of makes sense, yeah. It can be an artistic decision, yeah. You don't need to spend millions, like, you know, in Marvel. I'm so sorry I've been shitting on Marvel so much this episode, yeah, but I spent millions of like Marvel to get tasteful CGI. Good CGI and tasteful CGI. I think these are two very separate things. And I think King Oja has nailed it very well. Yeah. I'm gonna honest, I think King Oja has nailed it so well that I think this is one of the best Sentai series to date. Yes, yeah. And in terms of like how they've been doing a story, yes, there's a huge plot because of Reckless and Nonya, and I actually like the plot twist. I mean, the initial part of the plot twist can be a bit like iffy and Nonya, but I didn't end the plot twist with like, oh, this is a big reveal. Okay, this is a big reveal, and how do I build up myself from the reveal? How do I continue my life after the big reveal? This sort of thing is so well done. And I've never felt that the series was rushed. Super Sentai had this issue of like, we have a very strong start, we have a draggy middle, and then we rush everything at the end. King Oja has been a very, very good series. One thing King Oja kind of reminds me of is the old anime series. Yes, talking about old anime series is like anime series that run 50 episodes. That's what I mean by it reminds me of the old anime series. It has that old anime series formula. Like, yes, you can definitely split things into different arcs in between, but you can also like see like, the overarching thing. You see the characters changing their character growth from like start to the end. Yes, like Digimon, exactly, it's like Digimon. Alright, so I think King Oja's is a very, very, very good series. I wouldn't be going too much in detail about this because it's like, my overall thoughts on just King Oja's. Alright, but yeah, so overall it's really, really good. In future episodes, I will be going more in depth into individual bits of King Oja's, individual thoughts about some of the more recent series, and I hope to be able to start talking more about, once I get this thing all sorted out, I'm gonna start talking more about their costume. I'm gonna start talking more about their choreography and things like that. Technology as well. Okay. Alright. So that's it for my thoughts on King Oja. Everyone's super hyped about Boom Boom Jazz right now. Alright, so Boom Boom Jazz is the upcoming Super Sentai series, and it's, well, I'll say it's probably a move towards a more traditional form of Super Sentai. It looks absolutely traditional Super Sentai. Goes back to the original form. And can I just say that I think for Boom Boom Jazz, aside from the design, okay, I absolutely love the design. I absolutely love the approach they're taking it. Of course, the CGI is not the best CGI. Like I said, tasteful CGI versus high budget CGI is two separate things. So I'm hoping that they handle CGI very tastefully. So far, it's looking really good. But one series I feel that Boom Boom Jazz so far is giving me the feelings of is actually not Super Sentai series. It's at least visually, it's reminding me of Rescue Force. Tomika Hero Rescue Force. I do not know how many of you know the series. That's an absolutely bomber of a series. I love that series. Okay, Rescue Force, Rescue Fire. Okay, if you know, good job. Okay, if not, alright, let's get back to Boom Boom Jazz. I really love the Boom Boom Jazz toys. Okay, I really, really love the Boom Boom Jazz toys. The mecha. Okay. I know I've been shitting on some of the mecha saying that it's been too bulky, it's been too ugly. The Boom Boom Jazz mecha is bulky, but I love it. You see, the toy is bulky, it doesn't have movement, but I love it. I absolutely love the toys and how it is so fun. I absolutely love it. Okay. I was like, I'm actually really tempted to buy the Boom Boom Jazz stuff, but I'll probably hold out a bit. Yes, But yeah, Boom Boom Jazz has been absolutely amazing in terms of the toys, in terms of the marketing, in terms of everything, I think I want to really start to see how things are going. Yeah. Alright, I know that Raid's mecha is probably like, the center of everything, but I kind of like that sometimes, yeah. It's like, I actually love Real Soldiers. The other one that I really love, the Max Voice Real Soldiers, yeah. If I had a chance, I'll still go and buy the Real Soldiers DX toys, yeah. The Max for Real Soldiers. I absolutely love that series Max, yeah. You get what I mean? Like, a lot of the Max are just absolutely so good, so nice. Alright, it doesn't have to be like, of course, Don Oni Taijin was like the peak, yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't like the more blocky stuff if done right, yeah. Okay, so. Bombajans, am I excited for it? Definitely, yeah. Am I looking forward to the series? Definitely, yeah. But I'm also a little sad because I really love King Ojas, but then again, King Ojas is so far really tying up the series really nicely, yeah. It's bittersweet. So yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Ultraman Blazer! Alright, I absolutely love Ultraman Blazer so far, yeah. Actually, technically I'll say so far because there's still the movie to wrap up the story, yeah. Blazer has been one of the best Ultra series in recent times, yeah. You agree with me? Blazer has been one of the best Ultra series in recent times here because Ultraman Blazer has been returned to form. Okay, yeah. Ultraman Blazer feels to me a lot like Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Dyna, Ultraman Gaia. Yeah. It feels like they have gone back to the traditional feels. Yeah. I was honestly kind of expecting, okay, when I was watching Ultraman Blazer, I was expecting, about episode 8, yeah, we'll have like, probably Ultraman Deco coming back, yeah. Okay, like they've been doing for the past few series, they always have like the old Ultras coming back to try to carry the series, yeah. I was, especially, when the toys actually include all the old Ultras, Blazer Stones, yeah. I was very worried that, okay, is this going to turn into some sort of anniversary series, yeah. But I'm so pleasantly surprised that they didn't do that, yeah. They didn't do that at all. They didn't have a single returning Ultra, yeah. In the whole main series. I was like, this is absolutely amazing, yeah. Every single character was so iconic. Every single character had so much character built throughout the whole series, yeah. Deco did a very good job, okay, yeah. Ultraman Deco did a very good job building characters, yeah. I think Blazer did an even better job, yeah. And I really love that approach of like, approach of introducing the family of the characters, yeah. Introducing their individual thoughts, introducing like, very, very small methods, yeah. Yes, it's a kaiju, but what I really love is they always talk about these smaller parts about each of the characters' lives, each of the characters' families, their individual struggles, I absolutely love that part about Blazer, Blazer has been absolutely amazing, okay? And yes, I have more things to talk about Blazer, okay, I have more amazing things to talk about Blazer in terms of the costume, in terms of the kaiju suits, but I'll reserve that for another day. Okay, but I just to touch on it a bit, I really love that they have unique kaijus for most of the episodes, I don't mind some returning kaijus. Returning kaijus are fun to have, but it's painful to watch where you go like, you have 20 returning kaijus and 2 new kaijus, I love this series for having like, majority brand new kaijus. Because when you have a brand new kaiju, you do not know what to expect from the kaiju, You do not know what to expect from, the story, if you see Eleking, yes, Eleking is to do with electricity, You see like, Birdon, Birdon is a bird, it flies and it poison, And when you see a new kaiju, it reawakens this sense of discovery in every episode, Like, oh, I can't wait to see what this kaiju does, I can't wait to understand more about this kaiju niya. Every single kaiju is like, yes, I love this niya. And then you have a slight insert of like a Red King and go like, oh, Red King is interesting niya. Like, yes. It has a sense of wonder. It has that sense of discovery, and that is something I think was missing in a lot of Ultra series niya. Which makes Blazer one of the best Ultra series in recent times. And it's best returned to form. Okay, one thing that I really enjoy about Blazer is Blazer's transformation is snap, fast, nice. You see, it's always snap, fast, nice. Insert, activate, choo, Blazer is out here. I know in between they had to like, show off the toys and all. I don't mind that, okay, yeah, I don't mind that, yeah. But it's been so long since I remember how Ultraman had snap, fast, and meowsomeness, and how they did their transformations and all, yeah. It just was so good of a return to form, yeah. Okay. And yeah, I think and honestly, let's just talk about the last episode of Blazer, yeah. The last few episodes of Blazer was so solid, yeah. Emotionally, okay, I felt so much in the last few episodes of Blazer, especially when he fired off his final finisher, yeah. And the amount of emotions, the amount of where they reached then, yeah. Some episodes they go like, oh, you have like a finishing move to like end off the series or finishing power up, yeah. At final, I don't know what to call it, a power up, the final attack, yeah, Blazer did. That bit of final attack was so integral to the part of the story, yeah, that it feels like it just ties up the whole story, yeah. It's a masterpiece. Blazer is a masterpiece, yeah. Okay. I really do not know how else to like phrase it, but Blazer's a masterpiece, yeah. I enjoyed it. Okay. It was a show where I still was being, skeptical. It was nice. But I was still like, keeping it on like, alright, it's not my favorite right now, yeah. Design-wise, it wasn't really my favorite. It was my favorite in a way, but it wasn't my favorite in a way, yeah. It's like, I didn't really like the design, but I like the design in terms of the design itself, yeah. Like, the design concept, the design, the costume build, which I want to talk more in a different episode, yeah. Alright. But I really absolutely loved the series. And the last episode locked it in for me, yeah. When below it, like, it was a masterpiece, but last episode, locked it in, like, this is what you need in Blazer, yeah. This is what you need in an Ultra series, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that is my thoughts on Ultraman Blazer, yeah. I'm so looking forward to the movie. Expect me to talk a lot more about Ultraman Blazer, yeah. And yeah, so, that'll be it, yeah. Okay, we've been into this for over an hour right now, about an hour or so right now, yeah. And okay, so something I actually intend to do for TokuCatSu podcast here is I'm gonna do like a few five topics in the podcast here. I wanted to do a lot of five topics here, but I think I dragged on a bit too much this episode. But then again, this is my first episode doing here. I'll just give you a bit of thoughts on how I plan to do the TokuCatSu podcast moving forward here is I have a few five topics at the start here and having a few 1 to 2 solid topics at the end here. So the five topics will be mostly talking about the probably new releases here. I'll be talking more about the a new series here, the most recent series here, upcoming movies, upcoming news and all. I think those will be in my first bit of it, yeah. And then I want to go into the meat of the podcast after that, yeah, which I actually arranged to do it in this podcast episode, but I think we are going a bit long, so I might move this discussion to the next episode. Okay, yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's just get it done, probably. Alright, so if you want to know, yes, every episode I will not only be talking about the latest things, but I will also be talking about the deep dive thoughts into different series and different topics, like about the Kamen Rider suits, about the technology of the suits, about the design of the suits, Okay, so I want to go more into this aspect, because if you do not know, I used to be a full-time costume maker at one stage, Okay, I'm just gonna add as full-time knit and full-time costume maker at one stage, Alright, and my specialty was actually making kaiju costumes. Yes, monsters, predators, okay, like, Alien vs Predators. I actually did a Predator costume for one of their movie stuff, movie releases, I worked on official Hasbro, it was the Mega Bloks Transformer stuff, their mascots. I did some official displays for what's it called, I did official displays for Blizzard games before, Okay, you heard all this. Alright, so I've done a lot of official things before, I have built many Ultraman kaijus before, So those are where I think I can sink in my expertise, Talking about full-time costume makers, I might be bringing on board a full-time costume maker for a podcast episode. I'm still thinking if I bring them on here or on my other podcast, which is the Creative Energy Office podcast, because he does a lot of Toku costumes. Yes. Okay. Alright, so that is where I'm gonna leave it here for now. So if you want, do subscribe. I have very different topics every week, but it's gonna be maybe I should bring the guy over for 2 podcasts. Anyways, so we're gonna have a different podcast every week. We're gonna have different topics every week. That is my goal for the podcast. And let's move on to the next topic. Remember to subscribe. Okay. So this is actually as much as I've been talking about Ultraman, I've been talking about Super Sentai, okay, and being hyped over the new stuff coming out, being hyped over the new things, One series that I'm super hyped for, okay, is Garo. Alright, the Golden Knight Garo, okay, so now they have the new Garo series, okay, and the Hagane no something, the inheritance of the Hagane armor, or something. Alright, so the new Garo series, it's so far really good, okay, it's bringing back the Doga Ryuga's story plot, okay, and it's so good, okay. Garo is so good, like the fight scenes in Garo is absolute chef kiss, the suit designs in Garo is absolutely chef kiss, okay. And I absolutely love, like, the current series that they are actually putting it on YouTube subbed same day as Japan, Oh, like, to me, when you do this, you're actually attracting a very good a very strong English audience, international audience, And I think it's a really good move. We've seen that move from Ultraman, We've seen that move from Gundam, Okay, it works amazing wonders, And now Garo is taking the approach, Alright, so the new Garo series, it's way better than I expected, Alright, you can see where they throw their budget in, And one thing I find is both a good thing and a bad thing about this series, especially as an entry series, is Ryuga has really grown from the previous series Ryuga was involved in, If I'm not wrong, this is the 3rd Ryuga series, and Ryuga has grown so much in the whole Ryuga verse, And you can really see him taking as a main character, he's taking on a mentor position, yeah. I absolutely love how he's doing it, yeah. You rarely have shows, or you rarely have toku shows that actually have someone play a mentor character, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, yeah, toku shows you go like, okay, I'm gonna go like, the hero's journey, yeah. And I was like, I'm already a hero. How am I supposed to bring up another hero, yeah? And he's not like bringing up a disciple. That's the best part. He's not bringing up a disciple, yeah. It's bringing up a bunch of new generations under him, yeah. Oh, this is something that I really, really enjoy in the new Garo series, yeah. And I think it's really amazing, yeah. However, I don't think Garo is for everyone. Let me right, yeah. I don't think Garo is for everyone, yeah. As amazing Garo is a beautiful spectacle, yeah. As amazing Garo is, has some of the best fight scenes in Toku, yeah. Even fight scenes that was in 206, I think hold up very strongly to today, yeah. I think Garo is something that, it's so amazing that, as Hansel says, it's one of the best Toku productions out there, yeah. However, at the same time, I'll say that Garo is really not for everyone, yeah. So, as I mentioned earlier, like, I think Garo has a very, very strong, this season is very strong. First thing first, I think it starts in the middle of nowhere for most people, yeah. Is you cannot respect Vyuga, you cannot respect Garo as an authoritative figure, yeah. If you haven't watched the whole legacy of Garo, yeah. One thing about Garo is about legacy. It's like handing down, a title of a knight from one to another, yeah. So that was one revolving theme in the whole of Garo, yeah. Inheritance and caring for a legacy, changing how you bring a legacy forward, yeah. That's the whole concept of Garo as a whole, yeah. Okay. It does dwell on things like, Garo has like talks a lot of things about what is good, what is bad. Is there a clear cut between good, is there a clear cut between bad, yeah? And there are a lot of episodes in Garo where you go like, I'm not sure if I can fault the bad guy. Yes, yeah. It goes like, every bad guy, yes, they may not be well carved out individuals, yeah. They may be monsters of the week, yeah. But you do not, it did not shy away from like, oh, I don't make sure that the audience cannot connect with them, yeah. And on top of that, yeah, you have like, Garo doesn't shy away from killing off their characters, yeah. Garo doesn't shy away from like chopping off one of their characters' hand permanently, yeah. Okay, there's like a lot of things in Garo that really, it's just so well done, yeah. But once again, Garo is definitely not for anyone below 18 years old. Yeah. Garo may also not be for anyone below 21. I know, yeah. You'll go like, 18 is when you're adult, you can make your own choices, yeah. In most countries, 18 is the right of rate, the age where you're adult, yeah. I find like Garo does have like, does touch on a lot of deeper topics, yeah. A lot of deeper discussions, yeah. That I think will really shine when you actually have real life experience, yeah. Alright, Garo is also a show where you can have like 2-3 episodes of no fighting, yeah. Alright, so it's a lot of drama build up, it's a lot of emotional build up, it's a lot of character building, yeah. It's telling a solid story, and the Garo armor has never been the core of a series, yeah. Okay, it can be the MacGuffin. Oh yeah, what I was looking for just now was MacGuffin, yeah. It can be a MacGuffin. Okay, it can be like, a story revolves around the armor, yeah. But the core core of it is the character emotions, the character growth niya, and the societal issues that discussed in Garo niya. You know, on the surface, yes, Garo may look like the coolest, the badasses, you know, suit niya, and some of the best fights niya. But not everybody enjoy Garo. Not everybody will understand the appeal of Garo niya. Okay? And one thing I straight out say to you niya, Garo doesn't sell you toys. Okay. I'll take that back niya. Maybe they're trying to sell you the SHV cards niya. They're trying to sell you the new Garo sword niya. Okay, but you can definitely see that the approach they're taking, it's very different from like Kamen Rider Ultraman, where, you know, they're trying to sell you the transformation device here. Garo is trying to sell you the experience here. Garo is trying to sell you the amazement here. In fact, okay, after watching Garo, I think most people will be more in tune to like, I want to watch Garo in the theaters here. Versus, I want to buy a Garo sword here. Of course, buying a Garo sword is cool. But watching Garo in the theaters, it's even better here. And also, yeah, Garo is definitely not for everyone. It's definitely for a much more niche audience within the tokusatsu crowd here. A much more mature audience here. And it doesn't shy from telling you, I'm looking at a mature audience here. That is what I absolutely love about Garo. That's Garo's strongest points, and that's Garo's weakest points here. Because it's not for everyone. And you know, when you're trying to make something for everyone, you're making something for nobody here. Sometimes that's the case here, so. Marvel. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so that is my thoughts on Garo. If you want to watch Garo, Garo's new season is now available on YouTube for free on the official Garo YouTube channel, so go check that out. And yeah. Okay, so that will come to the end of today's podcast. Thank you so much everyone for joining me on today's podcast. If you like it, remember to subscribe to my podcast channel, the TokuCatSu channel here. I'll be uploading podcasts as well as I'll be clipping out portions of the podcast to add in as individual videos as themselves here. So I hope you enjoy what we'll have today here, and I'm looking forward to doing the podcast. Right now I do not have a fixed date for the podcast here. I am thinking of doing it every Tuesday, which is today Tuesday here. Alright, but I would probably adjust the hours as it is here, so remember to subscribe. Check out my YouTube community page. Follow my Twitter for more information here. And yeah, I will be seeing you around during the next episode of the podcast. Hope to see you around here and hope you enjoyed it. If any comments on the podcast, do let me know. Okay, yeah. And now, okay. Oh yeah. Before I forget, is the podcast going to be on Spotify? No. Am I going to talk about my collections? I'll talk about it next week. That will be next week's topic, yeah. Okay, so thank you so much everybody for joining me on TokuCatSu, and see you next one. And I hope I'll get more assets like, you know, all my music and all next week. Okay, so bye bye. Yeah.